Hello everybody, Iain Robson here. Welcome back to another episode of County Line. So we just got a great demand for barley. And as you can see, it's at $2,000 per 1,000 liters, which is pretty awesome actually for barley. I don't think I've ever seen barley quite so high. So we're gonna go ahead and sell some barley right now and make a little bit of extra money. And no great demands there either. I'm gonna sell a little bit of barley and make a little bit extra money. And I'm gonna point out the fact that, here we are over this way, our bales that we baled up a couple days ago now. As you can see, we're in mid-autumn now, as opposed to late autumn or early autumn. We're in mid-autumn, so day 5 of 9. And one thing you'll note is that now, I think I baled them on like maybe day 1 or 2. So now on day 5, these are actually silage bales. So I could sell these now. So there you go, silage bales. So, as you can see, our guy right here is just doing a little sell right here. He's currently just selling a load of barley. So we probably only have like 2 or 3 loads. So we'll see how much money we make from this. Let's just do this way. So we'll see how much money we can make from this actually. I always feel like it's dark. Now it is 6:37 in game, so that might be part of it. I don't know for sure. Oh, it's funny. I need to pay attention now. I disabled course plan. I don't know which one's Quaker. I guess I could do it like this. There we go. So we're gonna sell a couple loads of barley, like I said, and then after that we'll see how much money we have, and then I think we'll buy a couple things. Because what happened was, nothing dramatic, but I returned the lease John Deere tractor for now, because I'm not gonna use it all winter basically. So that's gonna be about 9 days. I don't need it anymore because we planted the winter wheat last episode, and we're good to go on that front. So we'll see what happens here. What I decide to do in the end, but I think for now we're gonna buy a couple pieces of cultivation equipment. Alright, so this is the Quaker on the right hand side here. There's the symbol for Quaker oats, but we're selling them barley this time, not oats. So alright, there we go. See how much money this is. The funny thing is, you can. I think in reality, I don't think these elevators would be open all night long, but it is only 6. Not even 7 o'clock in game, so it seems like it would be. It makes sense for it to actually work or actually be open at this time. Well, that's a good chunk of change. We're missing the train too. Go take a look at the train while we're unloading there. Apparently I can't walk through there? That's weird. There goes the train. Nice little Union Pacific setup there. Wow, that's a ton of money. Not even finished unloading yet, holy smokes. Has the price changed? Not much. 100,000 from that. Okay. I can live with that. I can live with that. And we still have all those silage bales too that were just chilling out there. So let's set this guy on his way, and then we'll take a look at the shop, just so we can do 2 things at once here. So what I did was I had a few things leased, and I actually returned those leased items. I returned the tractor we were leasing, the John Deere, and also returned the plow for the time being. So we can actually get that next time we need it. For now, we don't need it. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we can get for, at least in terms of cultivation. So I feel like using the plow was a bit cheaty, so I was gonna get a proper cultivator. What options do we have here? The all-rounder. I think we're gonna go for the all-rounder. For our size of field, like, this might be too big actually for our size of fields. To be honest with you. So we're gonna go for this, and we could get this. We could rent this. This is the Culti plow, which is 8 meters, and it plows and cultivates at the same time, I guess. So we'll go for this guy right here. So this actually will take away the it'll take away the need to plow, basically. So you could use that instead. There's a possibility, but it is pretty slow, I think. Yeah. Let's go ahead and pick up the all-rounder. I guess we could wait until spring, but yeah, maybe we'll do that actually. No, whatever. It doesn't make a difference. Pick up the all-rounder, and then we'll see how much money we have left. So the other thing we might need to look at here is a tractor. A nice sized tractor. So something in the 300 horsepower area, which is over in this neck of the woods. So we were using the John Deere, which one was it here? The 7R, I believe. I think it was. Yes. So we're using this was 310 horsepower. So we want something in that kind of neck of woods. So we could do this actually. Mass Ferguson 8700. What other options do we have here? I have a whole bunch of other modded things here, and I'm like looking through them, like which one's which. Oh, I was gonna say, I'm like, did he not fill up again? But no, not quite yet. Still heading back there. Yeah, so we have a few other options here. We could actually get. No, it's too small. That's too small. And that is too small for our purposes as well. This 80. The 8020 goes up to 325, and that's super cheap for that actually. And this 8530. I know we have an 8R series. I think, is this the 8R series I'm thinking of? Let's see here. Wheel design. Missing narrow twins. That's not cool. One of these ones. I think it's this one. No, it must be. Oops. This one here. Row crop triples. Yeah, this is the one that has like a whole bunch of options on it. 400 horsepower. We don't need. Well, we could do that. 260. That's not that expensive at all, actually. As opposed to, what else do we have? We could do a Mass Ferguson 8700 as well. That's a possibility. I think maybe we'll do the. This is about the same horsepower, anyways. The only difference is that this is not the same color as the other one, and we have a couple of John Deere, and Oliver's a similar color already as well. So, and we have a case. So we'll have a case. We'll have a John Deere, an Oliver. Few different things. All right, so I'll let that guy finish off selling that grain there, and we'll see how much money we come back here with. One thing to note is that our field is not ready to harvest yet, and we're in day 5, so it's going to take maybe another day or so before this is ready. So I'll be back in a second, and we'll see how much money we end up with here. Just coming in to sell a second load here. Should make another 100,000 or so. And that steering wheel's doing some funny stuff right now, that's for sure. So it should make another 100,000. So with this, we should be able to pick up a tractor, and then we'll have a tractor that we own as opposed to leased, which will be nice because we don't really need we don't need too many tractors. Like, we have quite a few already. So the biggest thing we need is something to be able to pull the planter, basically. I guess we could use, like, I think technically we could use this to pull the planter. I just think it would look a little funny. Actually, maybe not. It doesn't have a 3-point hitch, and I don't know if this one over here actually needs a 3-point hitch or not. Let's double check that real quick. What does the survey say? I don't think it does. No, yeah. So I could use the case Steiger to pull this, but I think it just looks ridiculous. That's just my opinion, though. Well, we made 100,000 on that one. Let's see what the price is like. It's still holding strong, so we'll do the last load here. Might as well. We've got a good price here. Look at this biodiesel for the canola. Yeesh. I'm surprised the prices are this high in autumn, to be honest with you. Maybe I wouldn't expect them to be this high, but hey, whatever. I'll take it. Alright, we'll see what the last load brings. Alright, last load going in there. Should make not quite 100,000, but pretty close to it, I imagine. So, just waiting for that to finish up there, and then we can progress time to the next day. Because why stay in the night if you don't need to? and hopefully the beans might be ready by then too, so we'll see. Alright, so I finished up the last load. I think we got like $90,000 from the last load of barley there. And I've progressed time a little bit here. I went forward, I guess, top couple days. Now we're in late autumn, and our beans are finally ready here. So we can go ahead and start harvesting our beans, which is going to be good. I feel like it's taken forever. Prices have fluctuated a little bit, so see how much we have for canola. No great demand yet, but that's a pretty high price, so it's tempting to tempting to sell some stuff. Alright, let's go ahead and get started here. So what we'll do is grab this guy here and just send him on his way. Also, I'm going to show you something kind of neat that I discovered the other day here. I'm going to use field 33. And you know how you used to be able to go like starting direction, could be north, south, east, west, those things? You can also do current vehicle position as one of the newer settings they enabled or added to course play. So now what will happen is the direction will be automatically generated. So let's say I'll give you an example. So let's say I use this and I want to go, let's say south, or let's say east. If I generate the course, that's what it'll look like, okay? So it goes like back and forth like this. So this is an example. So if I did northeast heading south using 33 again, that's what it looked like, okay? So nothing too crazy there. But if I use this current vehicle position and I want to use the same field 33, watch how it changes. See that? So that is basically where I started, but also you notice that it looks like it's covering a lot more of the field. So if we were to go further up here, it probably would do something nice like that too. So anyways, we want to do 2 headlands first and then go up and down the field using the same sort of situation, current vehicle position. So basically all that means is current vehicle position is like where the combine is right now, basically. So there you go. And then that'll be the first waypoint. So it's kind of neat how that works, eh? So it changes the way it does it. So I'm just going to save that. I'm not going to use it right now, but I'm just going to save it. It's Combi 7.5. I can come back to it and use it if I want to. Let that warm up a little bit here. We'll grab the truck and we'll set him to overloader truck. He's totally facing the wrong direction. That's fine. Also note, put the number of runs to unlimited when you're setting up a truck like this. Because if you don't, what will happen is the truck may not, it'll stop at the last waypoint as opposed to going to where you want it to be. There we go. There we go. Now the beans are finally ready. I felt like it was forever, or it took a long time before the beans were finally done, but I guess they were. It did take a long time, but that's fine. I'm just gonna request that case because he's right in my way. There we go. We're totally missing some of the edges, aren't we? Oh no, we're good. Whew. It's a little concern there because I'm like, we waited forever for these beans. So that's why I was like, no, don't miss any of the beans. But luckily for soybeans, you don't. It's not a super high yield, but they're worth a lot. So you can actually just, you can kind of, you don't really need an overloader for it, but I just had it set up anyways. So I figured, heck, might as well leave it there and have a go, have it use it, might as well use it. Wow, jeez. There we go. It's funny. For the last like 3 days, I've been having coffee in the morning because it was like a long weekend for me. But the funny thing is like now that I'm not having coffee today, I feel like a little bit more tired this morning. It's just ironic. But I don't know. I'll get used to it again. It's funny. Like I don't have a headache or anything like that, thankfully. But I just feel like I'm a little bit more tired this morning. I don't know why. I got a good night's sleep too. So that truck should be waiting at the appropriate spot. should be waiting there. We'll see. And what should happen is everything should work perfectly fine together. But things don't always go as they are supposed to, of course. Could almost upgrade this combine, but we don't really need to at this point in time. We don't have any more fields. We don't have big enough fields to get up to warrant a bigger combine. I mean, we could, but it's not really necessary right at this specific time. So now we have enough money to get another tractor. Instead of leasing it, we can actually purchase it. And I think we can go with that Massey Ferguson 8700. It's the American edition one. That could work well. So I think have I used the I think I've used the 8R before. And besides, we already have that 4760, so try to spread it out a little bit. Don't always need all John Deeres or all cases, so well, I'm trying to maintain American equipment to the best of my ability. For the most part, like a lot of times when it comes to like tillage and stuff like that, a lot of that equipment is not all American. A lot of it tends to be like from different countries, like Lemken, for example. Lemken's in North America, but it's not an American brand. And apparently they make pretty good stuff too. I know some John Deere dealers. Oh, I'm totally missing that little piece right there. We're gonna go back and get that. I know some John Deere dealers actually they actually sell Lemken. I know at least one that does. I'm not sure there's more in Ontario. I'm sure there are some more dealers that have it or use it and sell it, but I only know of one off the top of my head. So it's kind of neat though. You get to see some of that stuff in action. It's pretty impressive stuff when you see it. You're like, wow, like that's it's intense. And one of these days I'd like to go to, I think it's Stratford, they usually have the, or no, maybe it's not Stratford, I think they rotate it, but the outdoor farm show where they do like tillage demonstrations and they do silage cutting demonstrations and stuff like that. It's kind of neat. That would be kind of one of the cool things to check out one of these days. I don't know when that'll happen. I think it's in the fall they do that one. I usually go to the farm show in town, and it's usually in the spring, the one I go to. But the one I'm thinking of is in the fall, and it's a pretty big show. I think it's the largest outdoor farm show in Canada, maybe, or Ontario. I don't know. At least Ontario, that's for sure. Not sure about Canada. There we go. Let's continue around the field here. Finish up at least one headland. 33 is a pretty big field, actually. You don't realize how big it is until you start going all the way around it, and you're like, wow, this is huge. Alright, coming up and finishing the first headland here. These are the times when you're like, I wish I had a bigger combine, but in reality, like I said, we have a kind of a small field, so we really don't need a bigger combine yet. Once we maybe get one more field, it might be worth investing into. But with the Seasons mod, it's almost not necessary to get some of the bigger equipment at some points. Let's just say, because you have the time. At least with this size, like the size of farm, I have the time to do all the fields easily. It's funny. What's happened is, I think if I go over to this case, I'm sure he's going to be like off the field somewhere. Yeah, see, and that's why he can't detect that I'm here. And that's when it becomes vital to set up this so it's detecting, hey, this is the combine we want it to go. See, now it's going after it because it was outside the field. That's the way it works. If it was inside the field, then no problem. But because it unloaded me a while back and then kind of went off the field, that's what will happen sometimes. It'll just go and do that. It's like, oh, there's something there, and you're like, yeah, I'm waiting for the guy to come unload, but Yeah, but that's the way it works. Now he's driving all the way across the field. That's fine. That's why I have crop destruction turned off. Well, some people have said that with crop destruction they changed it so it doesn't destroy crops with using hard worker and courseplay. I think someone said courseplay too. I can't remember. I know hard worker does that for sure, but I'm not certain about courseplay. So one of these days I'll have to give that a go. See how it works out. So. Excellent. Nice. Just in time too. Very cool. It's funny because the course splitter has to like adjust to how I'm moving, and I'm moving like more erratically because I'm driving as opposed to course play. So it's doing a pretty good job still though, given the fact that how erratic I'm driving. Well, I'm not doing too badly, but there have been times where I'm like all over the place. So not today, but I'm still missing a good chunk of the field, but that's fine. So let's load that course and see where it is on this side. Let's see. Okay. So just to give you an idea of what the course looks like. Well, it's much more efficient than it normally would be. Wow, nice. That is awesome. Anyways, folks, I'm going to end the episode there. I'll finish that harvesting off that camera. I'll finish harvesting that off camera. And until next time, folks, hope you enjoyed another episode of County Line. My name's Ian Robson, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.